Chapter 3. Logan was the first to scream. The deafening roar of a chainsaw filled the room like a death knell. The wolf-masked figure stood at the exit, swinging the chainsaw forward, forcing the group to back away. Logan yanked Allison behind him while Raymond stepped forward protectively. "What the hell is this? Why are they wearing costumes?" Sasha whispered, her voice trembling with fear at the sight of the figures in front of them. The mascot suits alone were terrifying, filthy, tattered, and grotesque, but the weapons they held made it even worse. Logan, tense and alert, kept his eyes locked on the weapons. "I want to believe this is some sick joke, but those weapons look real, and they're covered in blood." "Shit. What the hell is this?" Ben muttered. "Who the hell are you?" Raymond demanded, his voice strong despite the panic. But instead of answering, the people behind the mascot heads only laughed, a chilling, distorted sound. "Listen, we can talk this out. We just need help. Our car broke down." "They don't seem like the kind of people you can talk to," Allison whispered, shivering at the sound of their eerie laughter. Before Raymond could say another word, one of the masked figures hurled a machete, missing Logan's head by mere inches. "Our prey has arrived, brothers and sisters. The hunt begins," the rabbit-masked figure bellowed. "Hunt? What the fuck do you mean by hunt?" Raymond stammered. The masked figures raised their weapons and let out a collective scream, a battle cry that sent chills down the group's spines. "Run, humans! Run!" the bear-masked figure jeered. "This is bad." "They're not here to talk," Logan said, his tone deadly serious. "They want to kill us," Ben added, gripping his hands into fists. "There's no way out." Sasha shrieked, panic creeping into her voice. "There. The stairs." Ben pointed to an iron staircase leading up to the second floor, half hidden in the shadows. Raymond took the lead, pushing the others forward. "Move. Now." He stayed behind to make sure no one was left behind. They sprinted up the stairs, gasping for breath. The wolf-masked figure lunged after them, its chainsaw screeching against the metal railing, sparks flying into the air. But the group made it to the top just in time. The masked figures below erupted into manic laughter, showing no rush to pursue them. They were toying with their prey, enjoying their fear. "Close that door," Allison screamed, pointing to an old metal door at the top of the stairs. Logan shoved it with all his strength, and as soon as it shut, Ben slid a rusty metal rod across to barricade it. "We have to keep moving." Raymond grabbed a broken wooden plank from the floor, anything he could use as a weapon. "Follow me." They ran into a dark corridor, the air thick with dust and decay. None of them knew what kind of building they were in or where they were going. "Fuck this, what the hell is happening?" Ben muttered as they ran. "These people have weapons. And they're laughing like lunatics." "I think we walked straight into a psychopath's playground," Sasha said, her voice barely above a whisper. "This way." Raymond yanked open a small door at the end of the hall, ushering everyone inside before stepping in last. They found themselves in a large room, the windows boarded up, the walls covered in bizarre, cryptic writings. Ben turned to Raymond. "Are we trapped?" "We just need time to think," Raymond said, though he wasn't sure he believed it himself. Logan, usually the calmest, was beginning to lose it. "This isn't real. What the fuck was that? None of this is real." He kicked over an old table in frustration, but it did nothing to help their situation. Raymond paced in the center of the room, running a hand through his hair. "Shit, what the hell is going on?" Out of nowhere, a bunch of people in mascot suits show up with fucking weapons. "This is bad. Those psychos, they want us dead. They're hunting us." Sasha's voice cracked, her fear taking over. "Then we have to hunt them back." Raymond's voice was cold and firm. "They're not gods. They're just people behind masks. If we fight back, we might stand a chance." Ben nodded slowly. "He's right. We have to at least try." "Before we go all gung-ho, let's get one thing straight," Allison interjected, her tone sharp. "This is real. They have real weapons. One mistake and we're dead. There's no fucking restart button." "Then what's your plan?" Raymond snapped back. "I guarantee they've blocked every exit." Silence filled the room as they all processed their grim reality. The entire area is surrounded by iron fencing. No way we're climbing out. The only way out is through the front, and that's probably guarded. We're trapped in this carnival, Raymond reasoned, trying to keep control of the situation. Ben, who had agreed earlier, now hesitated. We're not exactly a group of fighters. I've never even been in a fight before. This feels impossible. But we don't have a choice. Suddenly, a loud clang echoed from the other side of the door. The rabbit-masked figure was slamming into it, dragging its knife across the old wooden surface. Shit, they're here, Raymond cursed. The others tensed, their escape compromised. Find something to fight with. Now, Raymond shouted. Allison grabbed a rusty metal pipe from the floor and handed it to Logan. Ben picked up a broken chair, while Raymond tightened his grip on the wooden plank he'd found earlier. Sasha stood frozen in the corner, too terrified to move. The door burst open. The rabbit-masked figure stepped in with an unnatural tilt to its head, the eerie gesture making it even more terrifying. It slowly lifted its knife, eyes locked onto Raymond. Then it grinned, wide, unsettling, hungry. Now! Raymond roared. Logan struck first, swinging the pipe into the mascot's chest, sending it stumbling back. Ben followed up, smashing the chair over its head, the wood shattering on impact. But the rabbit-masked figure didn't stay down. It rose, laughing, its voice distorted and inhuman. Sasha screamed as the bear-masked figure charged in behind them, swinging a massive hammer with terrifying force. The hammer crashed into the old wooden table, sending splinters flying everywhere. The back door. Now! Raymond yelled, pointing to a small exit in the corner of the room. They bolted toward it, but Allison slipped. The rabbit-masked figure lunged at her, knife raised. Allison! Raymond doubled back, swinging his plank straight into the mascot's face. A muffled cry of pain escaped from behind the mask. Allison scrambled to her feet and ran. They burst through the back door and found themselves outside, standing in the middle of an abandoned carnival. A rusted Ferris wheel loomed over them and broken-down tents littered the area. But the sound of the chainsaw revving in the distance reminded them, this place was still crawling with monsters. We're not safe here, Logan panted, his chest rising and falling rapidly. Raymond's eyes scanned the darkness, searching for an escape. But then he saw something. A figure stood motionless in the distance, barely visible in the shadows. It held a weapon, something long, sharp, deadly. The game wasn't over. It was just beginning.